1 hen. 1 year. Eggs. In, a black chicken laid eggs in days. 1 egg almost every single day for an entire year. This actually happened. But this is not just a story about eggs. This is a story about a chicken that almost never got sick. A chicken that fed families without costing money. A chicken so good that powerful people made her disappear. Her name was the Australorb. And this is why they killed her. In the early Australian farmers had a dream. They wanted to create a chicken that could feed poor families without expensive feed or company help. They did not care about pretty birds or contest ribbons. They only cared about one thing: eggs. These farmers mixed different chickens together. They used the Orpington, Rhode Island Red, Leghorn, and Langshan. Then they did something special. Year after year, they kept only the chickens that laid the most eggs while eating the least food. Generation after generation, they made the breed better. Something incredible happened. In Geelong, Victoria, a farmer put 6 of these chickens in an official contest. Same food. Same water. Same shelter. All chickens competed under identical conditions. The result shocked the world. Those 6 chickens laid eggs in days. That is eggs per chicken per year. Nobody had ever seen numbers like this. Not with any other breed. The poultry world went silent. The records kept breaking. 1 chicken laid eggs. Another laid eggs. Then 1 hen named Lady Coggins laid eggs in days. 1 egg almost every single day. With no machines. No special laboratories. Just a chicken on open ground in the sun. 5 different breeders created these record-breaking birds. Graham, Burns, Christie, Burlesmere, and Woodcock. Different men. Different farms. But all had the same goal. A chicken that could pay for herself from day one. The entire world took notice. Farmers everywhere wanted these chickens. Families bought them. For a short time, the Australorb was the most wanted chicken on Earth. But high egg production was only half the story. What made the Australorb truly dangerous was this. She almost never got sick. A farmer with an Australorb did not need a veterinarian. These chickens survived freezing winters without heated barns. They survived burning hot summers without air conditioning. They lived through extreme conditions that killed other chickens. While other chickens got diseases and needed expensive medicine, the Australorb stayed healthy. She lived to years. Her genetics were so strong that her body simply worked. Why was she never sick? Because she lived like a real chicken. She spent her days on open pasture. She walked on real soil. She scratched in dirt. She ate bugs and worms from grass. She ate grass and wild plants. She got real sunlight every day. This lifestyle made her immune system powerful. Her body was strong. Her organs were healthy. She did not need vitamins in bottles because she got them from nature. She did not need antibiotics because she was not sick. She raised her own babies naturally without incubators or special equipment. She needed only ground, sunshine, and food she could find herself. This made her incredibly dangerous to big companies. To understand why the Australorb had to disappear, understand one simple thing. The chicken business is not about eggs. It is about money. The global poultry industry is worth more than $1 billion every year. The feed companies make another $1 billion. That is more than $500 billion. This entire system is built on one idea. You need to buy everything. You need to buy chicks. You need to buy feed. You need to buy medicine. You need to buy supplements. You need to buy vitamins. You need to buy everything forever. Now imagine what happens if a chicken feeds herself. What happens to the billion-dollar feed business when an Australorb eats bugs, grass, and kitchen scraps instead of expensive pellets? The company loses billions in sales. What happens to pharmaceutical companies when a chicken almost never gets sick? No veterinary bills. No antibiotics. No medicines. The company loses money. What happens when an open-source heritage chicken outperforms every expensive hybrid? Their patents mean nothing. They lose billions. Here is the problem. The Australorb cannot be controlled. You cannot patent a chicken that breeds naturally. You cannot patent grass. You cannot patent bugs. You cannot patent sunshine. You cannot patent your grandmother's knowledge. What cannot be patented cannot be controlled. What cannot be controlled cannot make recurring money. What cannot make recurring money gets replaced. So that is exactly what they did. The industry did not ban the Australorb. They made her invisible. First, they created a replacement. The Cornish cross. This chicken is everything the Australorb is not. It grows huge in weeks. But it cannot live long. After weeks, its organs fail. It dies. This is perfect for companies. The chicken cannot reproduce naturally. You must buy new chicks every time. You must buy from the company forever. You must buy massive amounts of expensive feed. You must buy antibiotics and medicine because this chicken gets sick easily. Second, they changed where chickens lived. They moved them from open pasturing to closed barns with artificial lights. Chickens never touch real soil. They never see real sunlight. The knowledge your grandmother had simply disappeared. But she did not vanish completely. The Australorb survived in small backyards of people who did not follow the industry's system. She survived with old farmers who remembered the old way. She survived with homesteaders who never believed they had to buy everything. Small heritage breeders kept selecting for the original traits: high egg production, hardiness, foraging ability, and independence. They kept careful records. They only bred their best layers. Today, the Australorb is coming back. The Livestock Conservancy lists the heritage Australorb as a breed worth saving. Small breeders across the country are rebuilding her. And the results prove what Australian farmers proved years ago. These birds still lay 2 eggs per year on good pasture. They still almost never get sick. They still raise their own chicks. The genetics never failed. The industry just tried to erase her. The knowledge was not lost. It was just waiting for someone to look for it. If you want an Australorb, here is what to do. Step 1: Find the real bird. Do not order from big commercial hatcheries. They breed for looks, not production. Find a real heritage breeder who measures how many eggs their birds actually lay per year. Look in heritage chicken groups online. Ask questions. A good heritage Australorb costs more upfront but produces more eggs in her lifetime. Step 2: Give her ground. The Australorb is a forager. She needs earth under her feet. She needs grass to scratch in. She needs bugs to eat. She needs real sunlight. 1/4 acre supports to hens. Even a small run with mulch and kitchen scraps cuts your feed bill by 2%. The key is real ground contact. Step 3: Simple feed, no subscriptions. Make your own feed mix. % cracked corn or wheat. % protein from seeds or dried insects. % fresh greens from your garden or kitchen scraps. % calcium from oyster shell or eggshell. No expensive bags. No company logos. No subscriptions. The eggs from these chickens are deep orange, almost red. That is real nutrition. Step 4: Selective breeding. Keep eggs from your best layers. Hatch them. Raise the chicks. After 2 generations, your own birds produce eggs per year. They cost almost nothing because you bred them yourself. Picture yourself 3 years from now. You have a self-sustaining flock of heritage Australorps. They forage most of their own food. Your feed bill is a fraction of what it was. You collect 2 eggs per hen per year from birds that almost never get sick. You are not buying new chicks every year. Your hens raise their own babies. You are not replacing burned-out hybrids. You are not standing in feed stores buying expensive supplements. Your eggs are deep orange, nutrient-dense, and better than anything you can buy. Your neighbors and family notice. People who taste your eggs never go back to store eggs. You built a food system that feeds your family without asking permission from companies. Without paying subscriptions. Without depending on supply chains or corporations. You built independence. Real, tangible eggs in your hand every morning independence. The Australorp was almost erased from history not because she stopped working, but because she represented something dangerous. Independence. She showed that families could feed themselves without big companies. She proved your grandmother was right all along. But the bird survived. And now she is coming back. This knowledge was never really lost. It was just hiding. Waiting for someone brave enough to go looking for it. Now you know the truth. What you do with it from here is up to you.